good afternoon, or good morning, as it were, as it is right here in sunny, little chilly, windy South Texas. Hope everybody's doing good. It is Saturday. I had to get on and go live today because I've been hearing some stuff about the new Tacoma, and I want to hear what you guys know. A lot of rumors and things going on out there, right? You know, I did a live stream yesterday, and, or not yesterday, I think it was, I don't know, it might have been yesterday. I don't know. I did one recently, and I have been kind of following this Tacoma at a dealership in my area. And it was on their website, and then it just vanished. It went away. It disappeared. Only that one. And I was like, RG says, hi. Hey, RG, KB Barbecue. Howdy, KB. Are you doing any barbecuing today? And where are you? Anyway, this Tacoma disappeared. It was a TRD Sport. I've just been following it to kind of see if it comes in. It's projected to come in like real soon. And then it vanished. So I figured it probably sold, right? Maybe somebody picked it up as soon as it came in. It came early. RG is in Canada. Awesome. Baby Backs in California. Are you like a restaurant or a food truck, or what's your deal? Are you a business even? I assume you are. KB Barbecue, that is. So anyway, it disappeared. I figured, oh, it's gone. It's sold. You know, somebody picked it up. But it was odd. It was weird. So I checked it again yesterday, late yesterday. Elizardo, happy Saturday, Rob, from North Jersey. Awesome. How's the weather up where you're at? 73 degrees, sunshine, and quite a lot of wind out there today. So it reappeared yesterday, late yesterday, on this dealer's website. And I'm like, well, it is still available, I guess. But not only did it reappear, but 6 of its friends joined in. They got 6 more trucks that showed up that are coming, right? And I'm like, what the heck? What is Toyota doing? So I thought I would get tricky. You know, there is a site out there where you can track delivery. Walter, I love barbecue. Me too. Where you can track delivery on any Toyota vehicle. So I went to that site and I plugged in the VIN number. And it came up as, oops, this VIN number doesn't exist, but there could be a few reasons. One of which being that it was a temporary VIN number. And if you didn't know, Toyota assigns temporary VIN numbers to, I believe, all of their vehicles when they're in the build phase. So I don't know why they do that. Why wouldn't they just assign a real VIN number? By the way, if you're just kicking in, don't forget, click that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up too. I'd really appreciate it. So anyway, I went to the tracker site and it's not there. It doesn't exist. Says that it could be because that VIN number was a temporary VIN number, which I happen to know, as I mentioned, that Toyota does. They assign temporary VIN numbers. So then, you know, the conspiracy part starts. Well, it's not really conspiracy, but I start thinking maybe it's because the truck got through the build phase, was put on a truck, a train, a boat, however they're shipping them from Mexico. And they've now assigned a real number to it, and the temporary VIN is gone. That's my theory. That's what I'm thinking happens, because obviously when they ship the new trucks out, they have to have a real VIN number, don't they? So I'm thinking that's what happened. I checked a few others that are supposedly in transit. What does in transit mean with delivery dates? And the same thing, their VIN numbers did not exist. Same reasoning, might be a temporary VIN number, check with your dealer or whatever. Well, I've come to understand that the dealerships really don't know until almost when the trucks show up at their door. It seems to be the way that Toyota is doing things now. Christian Adams, I thought the Tacoma was made in Japan. It is not. Up until the last couple years, about half have been built in Baja, California, Mexico, and San Antonio, Mexico, Texas. About 2 years ago or so, they moved all production of the Tacoma to Mexico. I'm not sure that it's in Baja, California still. I think it's in another city or place. It starts with a G. I can't pronounce it, nor do I even remember what it is. Elizardo, 37 degrees with misty rain. That sucks. I hate that kind of weather. Cold and misty rain. I'd rather it just be snowing, you know. Doug Hahn, hey Rob, hello from Wisconsin, 37 degrees with a dusting of snow last night. Ugh, you can have that. It is Baja, I just looked. Okay, but there's another city, maybe they're producing them in 2 different locations in Mexico. It starts with a G, or maybe that's a shipping port or something. I'm not exactly sure. It's a long city name. I can't remember what it is. So anyway, there are several trucks that are supposed to be headed down to South Texas. And by the way, I had a comment from somebody just this morning telling me that I missed the boat. Other channels are already modding them. I should have gotten one. Even if I wanted to get one, unless I wanted to fly somewhere, and I don't fly, or drive somewhere to get it, that's it. That's the name, Christian, right there. Guanajuato? I can't pronounce it, I apologize, but that's the other name I was thinking of, yes. Walter, they are designed in Japan. Well, yeah, I mean, they're owned. I don't know if they're really designed in Japan. They might be designed at an office here in the US, but it's all under Japanese control, right? I mean, Toyota is a Japanese company, right? So, you know, that's the only way for me to really get one, would have been to drive somewhere to get it or fly somewhere to get it. And I know some others have done that, but, you know, to me, that's a bit extreme. You know, they should be down here anytime. I don't know. Christian says, I can't either, LOL. Yeah, I don't know the pronunciation of it because I don't speak Spanish, at least not much, like none. So anyway, I'm waiting for him to get here. Now, I could have bought that silver one that I went and test drove. It was down here. They actually had, I think they've had 3 or 5, something like that, Tacomas, but the majority of them have been lower level that I did not want. Matter of fact, the only TRD level that they had was the Sport in silver. If you watch my channel, then you know I'm not a big silver fan. Nothing wrong with it if you like it, but I don't care for it. So I'm not going to buy a silver truck just for the sake of having a truck. I'm just not going to do that. So I'm waiting for something a little more profound. And by the way, what I would take in this order, I think, is Solar Octane, the red color, I can't remember the name, Blue Crush, or Underground. 4 of them, in that order. That's what I would take. But I would take any one of them as long as they have the options or the trim level that I want, you know. In other words, I don't want a truck that has roll-up windows. I don't want a truck that still has a key. I want push-button start, proximity entry. I want power windows, power locks, which I don't think you can get one without it now. I could be wrong. But there are certain things that the truck has to have. I'm not going to settle, in other words. Let's see. Acceleration rules. 2024 Tacoma is a poor buy. Let other channels eat their 50K. Well, it's a business, right? I mean, when you're a YouTuber and this is what you do for a living, it is a business. You don't wait for other channels. You are the other channels. Walter, Solar Octane is sexy. I like that color, but unfortunately, seems to be a rather limited production. I mean, Toyota loves black, white, silver, and gray. And they do that for a reason, because you and I, not so much me, you buy those colors. They're attractive to a broader group of buyers, right? That's why they produce them, because when you start producing specific, more vibrant colors like electric lime metallic, that I know a lot of people don't love, people aren't going to buy them. So obviously they're going to produce what the most people want to buy, and that is black, gray, white, and silver, unfortunately. Christian, the Tacoma is the smartest buy. It's the smartest buy of the mid-sized trucks, I think, that are out there. So there's been a couple other things that are interesting about the 2024 that I've heard. By the way, got to remind you guys, if you're just kicking in and you haven't punched that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that thing right now. hit that subscribe button if you would. I would appreciate it. Show me some love. A couple other things I've been here going on. I have been seeing from people that they have the Tacoma on order. In other words, they ponied up the cash and they went out and reserved one or put their name on one as soon as they could. The trucks have been built and they are on quality hold. What is quality hold? Is something wrong with them? Is it because of what's happened with the driveline? You know, the TFL guys, they had a problem, which by the way, sounds to me like their problem was a component part of the differential broke, which is designed to break if there is too much stress on the system to save the driveline. So it's not like it broke because it's, well, it could be defective. It could be too sensitive and that's why it broke. I don't know. But that's what the theory is right now. They don't have a final word on what's going on with their truck. I mean, it could be the whole front differential or something. Who knows? Should it have broken? Did they put too much stress on it? You know, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what the final word is and what Toyota tells them. Hopefully, Toyota doesn't tell them that it's their fault that they put too much stress on the power line. Because in my opinion, that's a cop-out. You know, the easiest way to get out of any kind of a problem or a warranty claim is to say it's your fault. We'll fix it for you because you're a big channel and we don't want the big bad publicity, but it's your fault. You did it. I hope that's not the case because really it shouldn't have happened. I saw what they were putting it through and, you know, it really shouldn't have happened, I don't think. It looked like a fairly normal off-road adventure, right? What a lot of people would do with the truck. So we'll see, I don't know. But anyway, I have heard that a lot of people that have them on order, their trucks are on a quality hold. I don't know. I don't know. What does that mean? I don't know. I've also heard that some people have had some lights and things popping up on their screens. Check engine lights, problems with different things. You know, I don't know. I haven't really seen any mass problems to that effect. I mean, there's been a few, but let's face it, people that are making videos that are looking for publicity are always going to be looking for problems. I mean, if the tires turned gray, that'd be a big, huge problem with the brand new Tacoma, even though they might have done it themselves with a cleaner. I mean, who knows? I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. I haven't seen anything other than that driveline failure, which we don't know yet, that really seems to be a big Toyota problem. Is it enough for Toyota to put a quality hold on all the four-wheel drives? Because it would only affect, as far as I understand it, the 4x4s, which means the 4x2s should still be showing up at dealerships, right? But I'm not seeing that either. I'm not seeing anything show up. So maybe there is a quality hold, maybe there isn't. Of course, trying to find that out from Toyota themselves is like impossible because they don't disclose anything. You can't go anywhere and see if anything like that is going on. I don't know. Now, there is a couple other things, or there are a couple other things going on. Let's look at some comments here. Let's see. Scott Wick, Toyota Matrix RAV4 are shipped from Canada. There you go. DB, do you want a 2024 because it's for your YouTube business or you really like the 2024? Both. I did really like it. I liked the power of it. I liked the acceleration of it. I liked the smooth ride of it. I thought all of those things were superior, or those two things were superior to the third generation. The looks of it, it looks much better when you see it in person. Do I hate it? No. Do I love it? No. Do I like it a lot less than the current gen? Not really. I mean, it still has that same Tacoma form to it with a little bit of tweaking and changes. Do I think they could have done a better job with it? Yeah, I do. I mean, if I'm being honest. Let's see. Larry Parson, Toyota is not being transparent. Well, we don't know for sure yet. I mean, I heard that they have 15 engineers looking at that driveline failure at the dealership. They may not know yet. You can't be transparent if you don't know what's going on, and you can't be transparent about a fix if you don't have the fix mapped out yet, right? You got to give them some time. I mean, you know, it's like somebody asked me the other day, how is the pedal commander on the 4th gen compared to the 3rd gen? I don't know. I don't have a 4th gen to tell you guys, and I'm not going to guess. So I simply responded, I don't know. I don't have a 4th gen because I don't. When I have a 4th gen and I put it on and I test it, I will let you know. All I can say is that it is awesome on the 3rd gen. Anyway, stuff like that, you know. Scott Wick says, from Canada, I get it. Bill W., correct, Larry. David Leontiuk, I tried. How do you like your Tacoma? Sweet color, by the way. I love the Tacoma. I've had 8 of them, I don't know, something like that. I've had every trim version except an SR, a Limited, and TRD Pro. I've had every other trim level that there is for the Tacoma, so I like them. I do. I think they're great trucks, man. And thanks, the color. The color is, you either love it or you hate it. You have to see it in person, though, before you make that judgment, because I was a hater. I thought it looks like some kind of a city truck, right? You know, those fluorescent vests that the city guys wear so that you don't run over them? That's what I thought it looked like, until I saw it glistening in the sunshine down here in Texas. And then I decided, you know what? That's a pretty awesome color. So, you know, I bought it. I mean, you know. KB Barbecue. This is why it's smart to wait until the new product or new model has been out for a while to shake out the bugs. Well, what about the recall on the 2022 and 2023s right now? They've been out for a while. Apparently there's still bugs. And I know it's not really inherent to the truck. It sounds to me like a manufacturing error, but there can always be problems, right? So if you wait, you're probably never going to get one. I'm just saying. Russell Reynolds, Rob, I wonder if you have any idea what the breakdown would be as far as Tacoma production 2-wheel drive versus 4-wheel drive. I don't. I would, if I had to guess, I'd say it's pretty darn even. Matter of fact, down here in this climate where we don't get snow or anything, we seem to get more 2-wheel drives down here than I have seen when I lived up north. I don't know if that's true or not, though. I really don't have a breakdown. There may be a breakdown on the web. I don't know. I've never looked, strangely. Christian, I'm not worried about quality from a Toyota perspective. Poor quality has never been synonymous with Toyota. Yeah, it's not a quality issue per se. It's more of a growing pains issue and a supplier issue, you know. Lime Green Adventures. Yo, you must love this truck, right? Marcus Sarabia. I'm going with Sarabia. My Tacoma, when shifting, makes clunking sounds. Is that part of the powertrain warranty? No. Well, let me back up. I'm thinking of the recall. Yeah, I mean, if there's a problem, it would be, well, again, I got to back up again. Depends on what the problem is. If your clunking is coming from a tire, which shouldn't, but that would not be part. You can't give a specific answer to that unless you go in and have it diagnosed and it is the powertrain that's causing the problem. I would think so, though. I mean, if I had to guess, yes, I would say so. David Leontiuk. I know, I tried before. Let's see. Great effort. Leon Tuck. The Y is silent. Then why is it there? It has no purpose. Leon Tuck. Well, I got it right that time. Thanks for the clarification. Marco, thank you. Well, you're welcome. Flash 1974. Was that the Flash movie? Dun, 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 dun. It didn't go quite like that. It was the Flash song. I think it was by Queen, wasn't it? Rob, what up, brother? Headed to Mexico for honeymoon. Maybe I'll see a taco, LOL. I still think you should get the TRD Sport 2x4. I'm waiting for the Hybrid Sport. Love the channel. I will get the Hybrid eventually, but I am not going to wait. I shouldn't say I'm not going to wait. The plan at the moment is not to wait until it's out, but rather to get the non-hybrid as an intermediate truck. By the way, got to give you guys it's reminder time. If you just came on, you've been on for a couple minutes, do me a favor, click that subscribe button. It's right over wherever it is on your screen. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up, you know. Let's see. Russell Reynolds, the explanation makes sense. So far, more 4x4s here in Kentucky. Yeah, and it might be a regional thing. I don't know. Although, you want to know what's really stupid in my opinion? Heated seats, heated steering wheels, and heated mirrors in deep South Texas. For what? We pay for it, they put them on the trucks, and then I have heated mirrors. We don't get winter weather. Heated seats, I might use it 3 or 4 times in a year if it gets down below 50. You know, when us people that live in the South get hot or cold, I should say. But that's it. I mean, it's the dumbest thing. I have these I have heated mirrors on 2 or 3 of the vehicles. On the Toyota Prius I had heated, a heated steering wheel, heated seats. For what? I don't use those. I mean, come on, man. Let's see. Rayhana Nazirpour. I know I really screwed that up. Hi, I like Ford 150. Well, there are no Ford F-150s here, but that's good to know. Somebody's got to like them because Ford keeps building them. Archie Henderson, I have a 2022, still no recall letter or recall on my Toyota app, so I reckon I'm doing good so far. Yeah, the telltale there is the app. I don't think they've sent the actual paper documents out yet, but if you had the recall, you'd be able to see that on your Toyota app. So, like you said, I think you're in the clear so far, unless they expanded or there's just a hiccup and it didn't show up on your app yet. I don't know. David, I'm looking for color match bumper cover, caps covers. I drive a Lunar Rock Tacoma and haven't seen any parts yet. If you search RobMotive bumper cover, you'll find a handful of videos, and one of those videos, the install video, shows the name of a company, and I think I talk about it in the video, that sells, I think it might be bumper caps, I don't know, but anyway, that sells covers that you can get in color. That's where you want to go. Those are the ones I put on my magnetic gray, which I color matched. And then I also put covers on the lime green here in black. I didn't color match those because I thought it looked better in black. Walter says, how many miles do you have on your Tacoma? Less than 3,000. Less than 2,500, I believe. Not many. Flash says, yes. So you're talking about the Flash movie, right? It was a cool movie, even though it was really kind of corny, but I liked it. And I really liked that song. Walter, heated seats in Texas. I know. Why? It'd be like putting snow plows on the front of Tacomas and then selling them in Texas. To do what? Knock the tumbleweeds off the road? Maybe stop the bees and javelinas from hitting your truck? I mean, come on, man. Walter says, Ford F-150, ooh. Walter says, in my opinion. We all have an opinion, right? Rihanna says BMW or Benz. I would choose probably the Mercedes-Benz. I've had a couple. I've also had the BMW, and I prefer the Benz. Pat Syrup. Pat Syrup. There's a heck of a name. I like my Tacoma too, but I didn't make it my whole personality. Well, that's a choice you make, I suppose. I don't know what to tell you. James Long, are the Nissan Frontiers good trucks? I don't know. I had a Frontier years ago. It was a gas hog. Never had any problems with it. Haven't had a modern day Frontier. I know people dog them, but let's face it, we're on a competitive Tacoma forum here, if you will. I don't think there's anything wrong with them any more than any other truck. So, you know, get what you like. It's your money. It's not mine, right? Larry Wilson says, I am very thankful for your channel. You do a great job. Larry, I appreciate that very much, and I hope you're subscribed, as I do anybody else who's watching right now. Click that subscribe button. Let's see. Merjim Rexhepi. Merjim? I don't know. I tried. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Greetings from Germany. Greetings. How are things in Germany these days? How's the weather there? 70 degrees, 74 degrees Fahrenheit. I know you guys are on that funky metric system, which I can't convert without a machine in my hand. But it's 74 degrees and sunny here, Fahrenheit. Dominic Toretto. I don't know what to tell. Are you like a fan? Do you have like a crush? I don't know. Joe Cerna, good morning from Denver. Joe, how you doing? What's it like in Denver? By the way, since we're giving locations, everybody, right now, if you're not going to comment anything else on this live stream, comment where you're from. I'd just be curious to see where everybody's at, you know. DJ says, what's up, Toretto? I think you might be on the wrong channel. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe he's doing a video somewhere. I don't know. But I'll take that as a compliment, I guess. True Flat. Yeah, I just hit 16,000 miles on my 20 off-road. So you're pretty much a low mileage driver yourself. I mean, 20,000 miles is like nothing, right? But more than my, 22, 23, whatever 100-mile Tacoma behind me here is. Joe Petronglo. Rob, just drove a 2024 Tacoma off-road. Pretty impressed. I have a 23 off-road, but I think I want to. That's the curse. Never go to a dealership and drive anything. Because if you do, you're gonna want it, unless it really, really sucks. And I have had that happen, but not very often. Let's see. Walter, do you ever get any taco waves? No. Nobody waves at Toyota Tacomas, unless it's somebody that knows who I am. Then I have had a wave, I've had a honk, I've had a, hey, how you doing? I've had a, I watch you on YouTube, which is cool. I always love that, because I'm a ham, Mig Hulk, I'm going to install the iBack Pro Kit 2-inch lift in my Voodoo Blue next weekend. Awesome. Awesome. Just watch your UV angles in the front. Shouldn't have a problem with a 2-inch, but never hurts to be careful. Russell Reynolds, Lancaster, Kentucky. Awesome. True Flats from Oregon. Ham Drone, hello from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, 54 and windy. Probably not too bad. I mean, 54, I'd be freezing to death, but Mike Mikado, California. Archie Henderson, Ridgeland, Mississippi. Awesome. Christian Adams is from Georgia. Patrick Healy, where are the Tacomas? Are they in stock? This is Pat Healy from Maryland. Good question. Although I have had a lot of people, it's funny. I think it depends on the market that you're in and how many people live in your area. In other words, if you're near a big city, I think you're more likely to have some Tacomas in stock. Nothing down where I am, but I have had people leave comments telling me that there are several in stock, on site, in their locations. I'm just not seeing it here, so kind of depends. Somebody told me that a dealer they know of had like 30 of them. And I'm like, are you kidding me? 30 of them? Wow. Walter, I'm here in Lubbock, Texas for college, but I am from Houston, Texas. I hear there are some Tacomas in stock in Lubbock. Are you able to verify that? Have you seen any around or no? Could be just a vicious rumor. I don't know. OB, hey, I drive a 2008 4th Gen 4Runner. What's up, Toyota gang? Hey, cool. How's that doing for you? 2008, you're what, 16 years old now? Any issues with the 4Runner, or has it been pretty solid? Steven Specht, Kansas, 47 degrees, still loving my 2016 SR5. Awesome. How many miles on that 2016? I'm curious. Blizz 75, Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Where do they come up with these names? What does that mean? I mean, what is it? I don't know. Mountain Scrambler. Love your channel. Claremore, Oklahoma, 49 and sunny. Loving first year in my 23 Gladiator Rubicon, former taco owner. Yeah, I really like the Gladiators myself. I don't like the stop-start system. I don't like the 3-year auxiliary battery. It's a bummer, and I think both Gladiators that I had failed within 3 years. That stupid auxiliary battery, which is a pain to screw with. And my wife's Wrangler, it failed after 6 years. So I don't know, but I think it's more likely 3. Who knows? Bill W. from Pennsylvania. Rob, we need a 4-wheel drive here that you can rely on. I would think so. I would think if you need a 4-wheel drive wherever you are, you need one you can rely on, right? I mean, if I had I do have a 4-wheel drive. This is a 4-wheel drive. And I certainly want to be able to rely on it, even if I don't use it, you know. OB, love it. 280,000 miles and drives like a dream. Awesome. You've got, what, another 220,000 miles to go before you even have to start worrying, right? Frozen Walkway. Got my dad's, let's see. Got my dad's 99 Land Cruiser. It's rusting to hell, but the engine's still strong. Yeah, that's usually what gets vehicles. It's not the engines. It's always the body. You know, everything else dies before the engine ever does. If you take care of it. I mean, you got to take care of it, right? Let's see. I've lost my spot. Oh my God. Well, I'm looking for rusted to hell. There we go. Steven, I have 67,000 miles on the 2016. 16, 8 years, 12,000, be 96,000. You're still below. You're well below, I think, what the average is. Blizz, Aliquippa. She was an Indian princess, and you pronounced Aliquippa correctly. Wow, that's amazing. Mig Hulk, so many new Tundras at my local Toyota dealer. Nobody wants them. Same here, 75 Tundras. Can you believe that? 75 freaking Tundras on the lot? Or available, at least. Wow. Legend Folklore, Kelton, Georgia, 2019 TRD Sport in Cavalry Blue, 17,000 miles, love it. Love that color. That's one color I've never had that I wish I would have, right? Ham Drone, cool tat, Rob, thank you. I don't know if you can tell what it is on the live stream, but it was custom designed. Hard to tell unless you're looking at it in person, then you have to really look at it, you know. Kind of one of those interpretive pieces. Let's see, Robert Boudreau. Rob from Seattle with my 2021 Tacoma TRD Sport, 33,000 miles. So you got 3 years, that'd be 36. You're just a little bit off of normal mileage, which is good. It means you're a little bit lower. It'll last you a little bit longer, right? Let's see. We had some weird thing. I don't know what that's about. We'll just hide that. Off-Road King says, I need to buy a 3rd gen manual Tacoma, but they're overpriced. Wow, can you even, you must be talking about used? I'd be surprised if you could find a 3rd gen manual new anymore. I'm surprised too that they'd be overpriced, but depends on where you're at, I think. Russell Reynolds, unfortunately, Toyota looks to be sitting on lots of Tundras because all of the recalls they are having with the new model. I have heard that. I've also heard that there's some kind of electrical problem under the hood now. I don't know if it's been announced. I don't know if it's a mass problem, but it's another problem. So poor Tundra, man. Let's see. Jader Huff, 04 Tundra with 56,000 miles. Wow. Do you drive it? That's what everybody always asks me. Do you drive it? That's pretty low mileage, man. Carlos Gonzalez from Vicksburg, Mississippi. I have a 2006 Tacoma Sport 4x4 manual. Just broke 100,000 miles. No issues at all. Great truck. Awesome. Awesome. I really wish the manual would have been better for me. You know, I was very excited about getting a manual Tacoma, and I was so disappointed at the way it behaved. I just didn't like it. Personal preference, you know, some people like them. I'm sure you like yours, but it just wasn't, it didn't cut it for me. And probably because I've driven a lot of manuals in my life, so I'm comparing it to all of those. And most recently, the more modern manuals I had driven were all really very smooth. The Tacoma wasn't that way for me. Let's see, Off-Road King says, I need a third gen Tacoma. I got a 2017 SR5, 120,000 miles. I need a third gen Tacoma. I've got a 2017, 120. Oh, yours is gonna last another 380,000 miles, man. I mean, unless there's problems with it, you don't really need one. I mean, you may want one, and I can certainly relate to that, but, you know. Let's see, Cloud. I just got a new 23 Hellcat Charger. Awesome. I like those. Always been a fan of those. Cool. That's all I can say. They are cool. David Hudson says, hello. Hello, David. How you doing? Now, another thing I have heard recently about the Tacomas, the new Tacomas. I have heard, you know, the rumor mill, right? That it has been observed that there is a lot where they ship Tacomas from, and on that lot it is full of new Tacomas waiting to be shipped, that they have been seen. Now, the question is, again, is why? Why are there all these brand new 24 Tacomas sitting on the lot where they apparently shipped them from and not moving? Now, it could be a couple of things. You keep hearing about these shortages as far as truckers go, or maybe it's a ship, maybe it's a train. I don't really know how they get from Mexico to where they're going in the U.S. I have heard they put some of them on the water because it's cheaper than running them across the country, depending on where they're going. But if it's a trucking issue, that's one thing. If it's a quality issue, that sucks. Again, I'm going to be very curious to see if the one that I've been watching actually shows up at the dealership. I am skeptical that it will. And I am even more skeptical that I'll even know what happens other than it was there and then it's gone. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'll get a message or a call or something letting me know it's there so I can, you know, go look at it. We shall see. Anyway, I just wanted to get on. We've been on here 40 minutes already. And by the way, if you haven't, I got to remind you guys again, click that subscribe button. Helps out the channel. I really do appreciate that. We got some more comments coming in. Let's catch up. Excuse me. Internal medicine. Are you a doctor by any chance? If you're not, I'm just confused. My son works at Toyota. Will give us the skinny. What is your son saying? What's going on? Off-Road King. I found a third-gen manual Tacoma TRD off-road for 35,000, 18,000 miles. Worth it or not? I think I should just stay with my 4Runner, honestly, but I miss my manual truck. Well, you can't buy a new one for 35,000 anymore. So is it worth it? Is it worth it to you is the question. I mean, you're the one's going to drop the bank, right? So that's really the question you need to be asking yourself. If you're willing to spend 35,000 for a used truck with 18,000 miles on it, why not? Russell Reynolds. After uninstalling the clutch nanny on my manual TRD Sport, known as the accumulator disc delete, also, I have a two-wheel drive low thanks to some very smart individuals. I love my manual. Sounds like you've done a little bit of transmission work. Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon. Dun, 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 dun. I bet they're sitting for quality control. Did you see the 2024 Tacoma with steering wheel was moving on its own? Probably lane assist malfunction. Probably a YouTuber trying to get views. I mean, that's what happens with the lane assist. If you start to to drift over towards the lines either way, it will move by itself. That's not a problem. It's how the system works. So I don't know. Russell Reynolds, known. Gotcha. Elizardo, manual for life. Yeah, I think for me, if I can just get in the seat and drive a manual once in a while, it keeps me happy. I learned how to drive on a manual transmission or with a manual transmission, so I do like them. Hated it at the time. Learning how to drive with a manual when all my buddies are driving automatics and they're cruising everywhere and I'm like, stall, stall, stall. I mean, you know, that was kind of a drag. But once you learn it, it's like riding a bike. You never forget and you actually enjoy it later on. Dog, I had a 2018 Tacoma that had the battery fail a month after the 3-year warranty. They know what they're doing, man. They give you these warranties and they don't want them to last any longer. They really want them to fail the day after the warranty is up because then you're buying a new battery, right? Makes perfect sense from a business standpoint. Russell Reynolds, Elizardo, I couldn't agree more. Getting more difficult each year to find models with them. Oh yeah, because nobody's driving them. Holman, what's going on? Just talking to you guys, giving some of my theories about why we don't seem to be able to put our hands on a 2024 Tacoma. Everything from quality problems to Toyota supply conspiracies to trucking and shipping. Who knows? I don't really know what's going on, but it's very odd, don't you think? Nothing like a sweet tea in the morning, and since this is now gone, it's time to switch to the green nectar, otherwise known as Mountain Dew. But not right now. We'll give it a little bit of time. Anyway, I'm going to jump off of here. Off-Road King, what's the best website to look for used Tacomas, man? I am a fan of CarMax myself. Some people don't like them. I've never had any bad luck with CarMax. Plus, you can get whatever you want anywhere in the country for the most part, as long as you're willing to have it shipped in, right? Holman, my dad would enjoy this live stream. Well, go over to your dad, tell him to subscribe to RobMotive, you know where you're at, and have him get on. Why not? Troy Built Adventures, at work on my break again, watching you, Rob. Troy Built, you're awesome. I mean, I really do appreciate, first of all, anybody that's on here. I mean, you guys know that, right? I certainly am not arrogant enough to believe that you have to watch this channel or any other one, and I really do appreciate it. And the fact that you're spending your free time on your break working for the man, maybe you are the man, I don't know, is very humbling to me. I really appreciate it. Elizardo says, amen. Waiting for 13 months for my 2022 TRD off-road manual transmission. Oh my God. I waited, it was about, I think it was 5 or 6 months for the Voodoo Blue manual I had, 2020. And that was excruciating. 13 months, I don't think I could handle it. No way. I just, not my thing. I hate to wait. Anyway, before I get off of here, real quick, hit that subscribe button. Got to remind you guys to do that. Hit that subscribe button. Helps out the channel. Show me a little bit of love. I would appreciate it. And most likely, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm hoping that I get some news on this truck, so I'll let you know tomorrow. Taco Jason, what up, Robbie? Robbie? What are you, my 6-year-old nemesis? How you doing? M4490. Since when does YouTube have a live stream section? I just found this. They've always had live. I've been doing live streams for 5 years. But I'm glad you found it. Make sure you tell all your friends and click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Because if you do that, then when I go live, you'll get a notification and you'll know it, and you don't even need that section. And welcome, by the way. Russell Reynolds, we now just need to find you a 24 so we can get enlightened by all your knowledge. Well, we can trip through it together because I tell it like it is. Everybody should know that, I hope, by now. Some people don't like that. You know, the fanatics, it's funny. The fanatics out there, they hate it when you dog the Toyota Tacoma, or when you tell it like it is. You know, I get people that come on and say, oh, you're just negative. You're talking this way for views. I'm like, I show what I'm talking about, you know? I mean, if it's for views, I mean, obviously I want views. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. It's like dogging a movie production company that puts a movie out and then saying, well, the only reason you put it out is so people would come and see it. Well, no kidding. I mean, that's the idea. We all know that, right? It's like stating the obvious. Obviously, I want views, but I still tell it like it is, because if you don't, and you're a liar or you're conniving in some way, you guys aren't stupid. You're going to know that, right? Just makes no sense, the trolls. Anyway, we'll see you most likely tomorrow. I expect to be on here tomorrow about the same time. By the way, anytime I do a live stream, it'll be about this time, or starting at 11:30 Central Standard Time. I just think it's a good time. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, hope everybody stays safe out there, and we'll see you next time. Bye.